Tyrone Bowman live. Welcome to the program on tonight. Let's get right down to it. The headline in The Guardian reads, Joe Rogan breaks with Trump, calling Venezuelan deportations horrific. Well, let's find out exactly what this story is all about because Joe Rogan has been a stone starch supporter of President Donald Trump. According to The Guardian, Joe Rogan, the influential podcast host and prominent supporter of Donald Trump, has criticized the president's administration over the deportation of a professional makeup artist and hairdresser to a prison in El Salvador, calling it, quote, horrific, end quote. Andre Jose Hernandez Romero, who is gay, had sought asylum in the U.S., telling officials he faced persecution because of his sexual orientation and political views. But U.S. immigration officers argued the crown tattoos on his wrist were proof he was part of Trendy Agua, the Venezuelan gang, despite Hernandez Romero telling him he was not. Last month, he was flown from Texas to a maximum security prison in El Salvador, a facility that his lawyer says was one of the worst places in the world. His removal comes as the administration undertakes what Trump has pledged would be a mass deportation campaign. In a 29 March episode of his popular podcast, Rogan, who endorsed Trump for president last year, said it was horrific and that people who aren't criminals are getting lassoed up and deported, quote, close quote. This kind of crazy that could be possible, Rogan said, and that's bad for the cause. The cause is let's get the gang members out. Everybody agrees, but let's not let innocent gay hairdressers get lumped up with the gangsters, quote, close quote. The criticism was notable as prominent conservatives have generally been reluctant to speak out against the Trump administration. The Joe Rogan Experience has for years been one of Spotify's top podcasts. Rogan, a former mixed martial arts commentator and comedian, has amassed a large following and garnered much attention and criticism for his controversial guests, including Kanye West, Elon Musk, and Alex Jones. Rogan himself has expressed support for Trump's crackdown, and in last week's episode was highly critical of Joe Biden's immigration policies, arguing an open border brought criminals into the U.S. In the same episode, he suggested pro-Palestinian protests at U.S. universities had been paid for and suggested that people were being paid to protest against Tulsa. Let me just correct Rogan on something. First of all, there were criminals in America long before Biden took office. Criminals didn't just just automatically start coming to the country when Biden became president. These people always look for a scapegoat, always want to blame somebody, everything and everyone. But yet when you call them out on their wrongs, their inconsistencies, their outlandish lies, then you want to censor everybody's freedom of speech because they think they're above reproach. They think they're infallible. They think they can say and do whatever they want to do, and nobody else is supposed to have an opinion, and they can go on their platforms and tweet. But if somebody goes on a platform and tweets against them, then it's something different. Well, Rogan argued that conducting deportation operations recklessly will cost Trump supporters. It doesn't matter because people are going to come out in mass like they did last night. All you all did was empower the Democratic Party. All you all did was angry black people. And our people are going to show up in mass in every election, and we're going to show you the power that collective black unity has. If you want compassionate people to be on board with you, you can't deport gay hairdressers seeking asylum. That's effing crazy. And then throw them in an El Salvador prison, Rogan said. As Trump himself observed, the first term, everybody was fighting me, and this term, everybody wants to be my friend, quote, close quote. He's not entirely wrong. All around us, media organizers have begun to capitulate. First, two news outlets pulled election endorsements at the behest of their billionaire owners. Next, prominent reporters bent the knee at Mar-a-Lago, and then a major network, ABC News, rolled over in response to Trump's legal challenges and agreed to a $16 million settlement in his favor. The Guardian is clear. Let me see what they're saying here. The Guardian is clear. This is what they wrote. We have no interest in being Donald Trump's or any politician's friend. Our allegiance is as independent journalists is not to those in power, but to the public. Whatever happens in the coming months and years, you can rely, it says on The Guardian, never to bow down to power, nor back down from truth. So, Joe Rogan can't have it both ways. Either you're going to be pro-MAGA and stick to the script and do what you're told to do, or you're going to be an independent voice. Tyrone Bowman. Never surrender. Never quit.